Hey, what's going on? Xavier here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're taking a deep dive of my 2025 graphic design trends. Okay, now before we go to the juicy details, I have a question to ask. Is it even worth following trends? Okay, I promise I will address that question at the end. I promise. 2024, we saw the rise of AI, not only in photographs or in illustration, but now in video. What Google's doing and so on, it's pretty impressive. At the same time, kind of scary. We saw a major comeback with a vibrant retro aesthetics, and I'm all for it. But what does 2025 have in store for us? Here are my 10 predictions for 2025. All right, trend number 1, texture grains. Now, I know like 2 or 3 years ago, grainy textures and having these grainy effects on design were very popular. I still think for 2025 they still will be very popular. I used them a lot the last couple of years. I really enjoyed them. It adds lots of depth and dimensions to your designs. This trend is perfect in creating a vintage and handcrafted feel to your designs. Trend number 9, geometric shapes. I really think geometric shapes is going to make a comeback this year. It's been used a lot in the past. I know a couple years ago, I even took a course on how to really use geometric shapes in my designs. But I really think for 2025, it's going to take center stage. It's adding a dynamic and playful element to your designs. This trend is perfect in creating eye-catching social media graphics and vibrant branding. Alright, next trend, pixel art revival. Alright, pixel art, once a hallmark of like retro gaming. I mean, I remember, I'm old enough to remember. It's making a big comeback. Nostalgic aesthetic is being used everywhere, from brandings, illustrations, and even in web design, even in fashion. Next trend on the list, bold minimalism. I think for 2025, minimalism gets a bold makeover. I expect to see clear lines, simple layouts, but with a powerful punch. Think vibrant colors, unexpected typography, the use of negative space. That I think those three in combination is going to make a very impactful and dramatic design. It's stripping away all the noise, just focusing on those core elements with maximum effort. Oh yeah, next trend, get ready because I'm seeing it everywhere on my Instagram feed. It's nostalgic design. The 90s and early 2000s is coming back for 2025. It's coming back in a big way, but why? Well, nostalgic invokes a powerful emotion. I don't know, for me. It connects us to a simpler time. Let's be honest, who doesn't miss those playful colors and those really weird typographical elements they used to use back in those times? Younger designers like Gen Z really lean into this type of style. Even seeing how they design their homes or their apartments nowadays, a whole bunch of retro vibes everywhere, and I'm definitely in for it. I have lots of inspiration to put some retro art in my office here. Even brands are tapping this nostalgia to connect with their audience on an emotional level. Think of Pepsi is a perfect example of how they went back and made a more like nostalgic, like 90s logo. Next trend, handcrafted, imperfected designs. Alright, we talked earlier with minimalism being come back, but also at the same time, I feel that there's a counter to that, and it really is that handcrafted designs that are not perfectly, especially in typography, that's not like perfectly aligned. I've seen a lot of examples on Instagram using a pencil tool and making a really interesting composition with typography and with logos. And I think customers, consumers of these brands are craving that handcrafted feel. They want to see a human touch into it. They don't want to see something that's like built by a machine, especially with the age of AI. And these designs, they have imperfections that you could see that this was done with love and with care and attention to detail. I think this trend really resonates with a younger generation who are seeking like one-of-a-kind experiences. It's refreshing contrast to like the ultra clean minimalism that you talked earlier. And I think it will dominate for 2025. Okay, next trend. All right, we made it to either in the boat where everybody hates this, or in the boat that people love it, or in the boat in between. And it's AI. Listen, AI is here to stay. and you cannot go to any app, any program that has AI. I mean, heck, I remember when I opened the PDF and I saw that Adobe already put AI elements or AI functionality in the PDF. Where I landed it, where I am right now with AI, I don't use it to do any kind of design work with it. I do use it for ideation, like especially trying to come up things to talk about for my YouTube videos. I use it for that. I'm still in the boat. I don't like the idea of just having an AI design something for me. That's where I land in this topic. But I do encourage, if any designers out there who really hate AI, at least learn the tool, learn the strengths and weaknesses, and adapt to what's coming. Because I think in the future, or maybe 2025, not even in the future, I think if you're looking to get higher, one of the areas that employers might be seeking is, are you good at writing prompts for AI? So I think it's better to have the tool in your back pocket than not have it. And I think a good way to seeing it is AI is a tool, just like any other tool. And we should learn how to use it and embrace it. And don't think about it that you're gonna be replaced by it. At least not 2025, I don't think so. Who knows in 2026 or 2020 or 2030. Last trend, I've been seeing this trend everywhere, and it's utilitarian design. Think of this as brutalism, but redefined. This trend focuses more on being practical than being aesthetic. Here, simplicity reigns supreme. This is more like the way I see it, it's like almost anti-design and anti-brand. It creates a really truly unique design, and it stands out for the crowd. All right, now going back from the beginning. So are design trends even worth following? Honestly, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Trends can be a great source of inspiration for sure. It's definitely a good starting point for your creativity exploration. However, blindly following a trend can eventually make your design out of trend in the future. That makes sense? I think it's better to stick with the basics, like making a logo that's timeless, like the Coca-Cola logo, for example. Constantly finding a trend, I feel like at one point it's gonna be genetic, like everybody's doing it. Like if you scroll on Instagram or on Pinterest, you kind of strolling in the trend bubble. Like what's hot today might not be so good tomorrow. A real key is for you to focus and develop your own unique style. I think the designers that leave a lasting impact are the ones that push boundaries and carve their own path. All right, let's dive a little deeper about the impacts of trends. All right, what are the pros of finding a trend? Inspiration. Trends can speak to new ideas, to push you to experiment new techniques. Okay, staying current with trends can help you create design to resonate with your target audience. Confidence, understanding new trends could give you a little boost of confidence as a designer. Okay, so what are the cons of finding a trend? I think it could be a creativity killer. You try to be relevant year after year, find these trends over and over and over again. Eventually, your designs can become generic. Trends are short-lived. Like you never see trends on TikTok, on audio trend, and like the last maybe like a few weeks and then it dies and you on to the next one. The same thing with design trends. They might be popular like for a month or two, but then the next trend comes along, and the next one comes along, and what's popular today will not be popular tomorrow. Another con of following trends is the pressure to conform. Following trends can create a pressure that you have to follow these trends to stay relevant, and then it should discourage you to explore other options. Maybe following trend, it won't be good for this design or for what this client wants. Maybe digging the past. Maybe something in the past could be something useful for any design project you have going on right now. So how do you navigate the world of trends for 2025 and not getting lost in all this noise? Okay, here are a few tips that I recommend you use for 2025 so you won't get lost in the sauce. Okay, first tip, understand why. Don't just follow a trend blindly. Understand what's the defining reason why it's popular. Okay, what needs are being fulfilled and what emotion are they evoking? Okay, experiment and adapt. Use a trend as a starting point for your own unique interpretation, and then put your own spin on them. Do your own. If you know for using certain typography or using certain fonts or using certain style, add that to the trend, and then maybe something different might come along. Okay, focus on the fundamentals. Strong design principles like balance and contrast, hierarchy will always be timeless. All right, so what do you think? Those are my 2025 graphic design predictions. What are your predictions? I want to see them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. I think for 2025, minimalism.